My name is Paula Hughes, and I'm Dane Wheeler's grandmother.
What was your age in the 1970s?
I was 18, 19 through 27.
Tell me a little bit about your life during the 1970s.
In the 1970s, I was married to your grandfather, and we had two children.
Okay. Did you feel Nixon was a good president?
I feel that he did as well as anyone else had done.
Why do you think that?
Um, I just feel that the country was in good shape in the 70s, in the early 70s.
So you're saying he did a good job.
I think he did as well as anyone else
Did you
would
like
have done.
Nixon?
Yeah, he was okay.
How did you react to the Watergate scandal?
I think the same way a lot of the American people reacted. Mistrust.
Okay. How did you feel about the Kent State shootings?
I think it was very sad that people had to go through that because there was a lot of controversy over the Vietnam War, and it created a lot of hurt, hard feelings.
How was society affected by the Cold War?
Um, there was a lot of mistrust, I think, within our country and with Russia.
How did you feel about the government lowering the voting age to 18?
I think that that was a good thing because men who were going to war, 18 and 19 years old, were old enough to fight and die for the country, but they weren't old enough to vote. So I think that was a very good thing to do.
Were you pro Vietnam War or con Vietnam War?
Um, I was probably pro because your grandfather served in Vietnam.
So you weren't part of the hippie free love movement?
We were not part of the hippie free love movement, no.
Did you see a lot of drug use up here like there was down in the South?
I never saw any drug use.
Did you hear of any in Maine?
Yes, there was drug use in Maine, but not like was. It wasn't as prevalent in Maine as it was in the South.
If you had a chance, would you go to Woodstock?
No.
Why?
I just wasn't into that. There were a lot of we used to call them hippies. There were a lot of hippies there, and as you said, the free love, and I just wasn't into that.
What kind of music did you listen to?
Pop, country, and western.
Examples of any bands?
Beach Boys. Um,
Um, how'd you feel about the Beatles breaking up?
um, at the time that they broke up, I guess I wasn't really into their music. I was when they first started, but I wasn't into their music when they broke up.
How did you listen to music?
Radio, 8-track cassette tape, or not cassette, 8-track tape.
What kind of movies did you watch?
Uh, a lot of Elvis movies. Um,
Any other examples of actors or actresses?
John Wayne movies.
So like that Western thing.
Yeah, westerns. There were some shows done about war.
What kind of TV shows were on back then?
Sitcoms, variety shows, westerns.
Can you name off a couple of TV shows you watched?
Oh, yes, The Brady Bunch. Um, Beverly Hillbillies.
Can you explain of what a variety show is?
A variety show is a show um, where they do a lot of different things all in one show. They'll do comedy. They'll just variety.
How did you watch movies?
How did we
Or
watch movies?
where did you go?
We would either watch movies on TV or go to the drive-in.
How did the poor economy affect your life?
The poor economy probably affected everyone's life, but in the early 70s, life was pretty good. So
How was it by the end of it?
by the end of it, I think people were struggling.
Do you remember the gas shortage, or did you ration gas?
I don't remember the gas shortage. I really don't.
Did you hear
I
about
remember
it?
gas wars, where you'd drive by one station and they'd have gas for 19 cents a gallon, and the station across the street would have it for 17 cents a gallon.
What was the cost of like milk or bread back then?
Oh, probably 69 cents, 79 cents for a half gallon of milk.
Okay. What did your what did your family think of the Vietnam War?
My family wasn't happy about the war, but they supported all the soldiers.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, let's see how this